Greetings and salutations. This is Loquacious of Herd, bringing you his blind reaction to My Little Pony, Friendship is Magic, Season 9, Episode 20, titled A Horseshoe-In. Now here's a title that doesn't give much away. A shoe-in, of course, is a sure thing, a gimme, an entirely expected outcome. A person, or pony, who de facto already has won the not-so-proverbial prize, with no need for any formal competition. But which ponies are involved? And what is the field of endeavor for which at least one pony is a shoe-in? Time to find out! So now, without further ado, for all and sundry, especially the sundries, ladies, gentlemen, and those who have yet to make up their minds, let us see what Season 9, Episode 20 has in store for me, starting right now. Starting at the school.
Really spruce up the office, Miss Philodendron.
Oh, Miss Philodendron, how very nice. Phyllis is a great name.
Come in. Come in.
Yes, Starlight?
Were you just talking to someone?
No.
To a plant.
Why?
Starlight, I have something very important to discuss with you.
Ooh,
If this is
very
about
important.
leaving early yesterday, I didn't have any students on my schedule, and Trixie was having a magical emergency, which actually turned out to be nothing.
It's not anything like that.
Oh, yeah.
Twilight
Oh.
Sparkle, the Princess of Friendship, in light of her impending ascension to the throne of Equestria, and
Yes.
in anticipation of her many duties and responsibilities forthwith, does hereby intend to make good on her previous offer to you, Starlight Glimmer, of replacing her as head mayor of the School of Friendship.
I want
Excellent.
to take over the school when I move to Canterlot.
I
Yeah.
know. It's just so amazing. I'm a little.
And
Do you
it's-
think I'm really up for
It's
it?
coming
I've
soon.
covered for you every time you've had to run off and save Equestria, but I mean, yes, of course. Thank you. Ugh.
Aw.
You're
Aw.
welcome. And I can't think of any pony who'd be better for the job.
I'm a little nervous and excited.
Clearly.
Mostly just nervous.
I
Nervous-sided.
understand. Of course, I'll have a lot of important responsibilities as ruler of Equestria.
Yeah.
But I'll always be available to help whenever you need.
Oh, what's this?
Are you supposed to be at a royal etiquette lesson with Celestia and Luna right now?
Right. Can't underestimate the important responsibility of royal napkin placement.
True.
Wow. I mean, no biggie, right, Phyllis? I've totally got this.
Something tells me she does not totally got this. So, starting to cover the transition, and this is, I like how they're sort of spreading out the transition and making it a kind of gradual building, putting into place thing, rather than something like truly abrupt, one episode, it's not done, next episode completely done. It's like, nice to see the transition. So, Twilight's preparing for transition to princesshood. And Starlight Glimmer is preparing to become a head mayor of the School of Friendship. Oh, and Trixie's in it, of course.
I'm proud that you've been officially offered the position of head mayor.
Yeah.
Thanks.
But I can't help
But?
wondering if it's going to cut into our social schedule.
What
A
do you
horseshoe-in.
Take now, for example. Instead of heading to the delightful lunch I had planned, we're striding with determination toward what I can only assume is Twilight's office.
Obviously, our lunch is super important, but so
True.
is taking over the school. And the only pony who's really run the School of Friendship is the Princess of Friendship. And
True.
I'm worried about doing
That-
it all alone. So I want to get as much advice from Twilight as I can while she's still
Ah! Not going to be doing it
Twilight's never
all
really
alone.
done anything alone. She always has her friends.
You just gave me an
True.
idea. Thanks, Trixie. You can give good advice when you don't mean to.
Thanks. Are we still doing lunch?
She looks hungry.
Getting royal place settings just right is a lot harder than it looks.
Okay.
Shouldn't you have people to do that for
I know
you?
how busy you are,
Well,
but
ponies
I wanted
to do that
talk
for
to
you.
you about running the school because honestly, I was a bit worried about taking it over all on my own.
Oh.
But I just realized
Nice little
you never
origami
did
bit
it
there.
alone.
Having a friend help out is pretty great.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. So, what do you think about me hiring a vice head mayor to help run things?
I
Sounds
trust you
good.
to run the school any way you want. And if that means hiring a vice head
Very
mayor,
good.
I think it's a great idea.
Really?
Like you
Twilight's
said,
being so
I've
supportive.
always had ponies
She's
around
learned from
town. And
Celestia.
don't worry, You can always call on me to...
Twilight, Rarity says you were supposed to be at the boutique 5 minutes ago for your second fitting for the coronation gown.
Ugh,
Oh.
How many fittings are there gonna be?
More than 2.
Anyway,
Yeah.
finding your vice head man. I know you'll pick the right pony for the job.
Oh. Oh no. Oh no.
I
Who's
heard
in
the whole
competition?
thing, and all I can say is, I am humbled.
Why?
I
Ooh.
hadn't ever considered it, but hearing you say it out loud made me realize what a great and powerful vice
Trixie
head there
wants to be
is.
vice
We get
head
to work
mayor.
and socialize at the same time.
It doesn't
Sure,
work
that
like
was
that,
fun, but
Trixie,
I can't
but...
just give you the job.
Oh, no, of course not. I imagine there's a lengthy process to go through before you inevitably hire the best pony for the position.
Wink. Yes, and Trixie is
Several
best
ponies.
pony.
Of course, several. Wink.
Several.
Why do you keep saying wink?
I'm not saying wink. Wink.
Oh,
You all decided to be part of the search for the School of Friendship's vice head
oh,
mayor.
nice. Oh, very nice.
If you're looking for some pony to fundraise, I can bring in enough bits to have several buildings named after me.
Well, that's not the primary responsibility of the vice head mayor. But
True.
Any pony is welcome to apply. I think the selection process
That would be
I've
more
come
like
up with
the
is
provost, I
special.
believe.
Albeit unnecessary.
Since you all
Octavia
have to prove you have the
and
vice head
Dr.
mayor,
Hooves are both
I've
applying.
designed the interview in 3
Along with Big Mac.
stages.
Okay.
Each stage will test a different skill the vice head mayor needs.
Okay.
Only those who do well will move through the stages until finally the best candidate rises to the top. So,
Okay, that
without
works.
further ado, it's time for stage 1, substituting for the teachers.
Well. Once the students get a sample of my great and powerful instruction.
Oh my, you were hired on as
go
a
back
substitute
to the
teacher before,
regular
Trixie.
faculty.
By Discord. Whom I'm rather surprised is not involving himself in this particular thing.
So straight. You really learned how to sew from mending apple sacks on the farm?
Yep.
Take over for Rarity. Not bad.
Obviously, loyalty is the foundation of friendship and trust. But nothing gets more loyalty than a big stack of bits. This book on business will teach you all how to earn your own. Chapter 1.
Best teacher. Yeah. Music? Nice to see Octavia roll with it. Oh, science, of course. Ah, it's a lovely little Rube Goldberg machine for
In the
feeding.
pre-Equestria era, year 1322, Abraxius the Bold did a bunch of boring stuff for a really long time. Okay, I know
I
history's
kind of like the
important.
lore.
I never learned any of it, and look how I turned out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Trixie doesn't look like she's making the cut.
Okay, Phyllis. Obviously, those 3 are moving on. What about the rest? I think we're in agreement on this one.
No.
I know what you're gonna say, but it would be so much fun to have my vice head mare be a friend. She just needs a little more hoof holding than some of the others, but it could still work out. Right?
And this is how nepotism
I've given
works.
this a lot of thought, and even though I still believe naps are a valid use of class time, you'll be the one running the school. So if you say no naps, then no naps. And I know I can be a little stubborn and not the best listener, but I just can't wait for us to tackle this job as a team. 2 great and powerful friends taking on the world. And I know you still have to go through all this interview stuff. Wink. But I just had to tell you how excited I am.
I am now entirely unclear as to whether or not Trixie's gonna actually get the job. I don't know. I think it'd be very interesting if she didn't.
All right, remaining Vice Headmare candidates, welcome to Stage 2. All
Stage
of you
2?
are here because you performed well. Or, well
Ish.
enough. To face your next challenge, parent-teacher conferences. The Vice
Okay,
Headmare
okay.
will need to be a master communicator. And I can't think of a better test of that than meeting with our students and their parents or guardians.
Big Mike might have some trouble with that.
To sharing my love of science with both progeny and progenitors.
Indeed. An orchestra is made up of different parts, and good communication is the key to harmony.
Both of those seem to be well prepared.
A lifetime on stage has taught me that good
As long as we don't
communication is essential to holding your audience's attention, which is why Trixie is also known as a great and powerful communicator.
Orator, I believe is the term. And move it, girl.
Life at the School of Friendship is like a song, and although she started out singing her part pianissimo, Ocellus is now soloing fortissimo.
Very nicely put.
Right?
It is good.
Indeed.
The science curriculum at the school is somewhat lacking, but Yona has taken to the subject like a yak to smashing. If fostered, I believe she could easily blaze a trail and expand our understanding of science itself. Next best! Next best! Next best!
Gallus is a fantastic student. He's even taught me a thing or two about napping.
Is that why you're putting me to sleep?
Excuse me?
I don't know.
Well,
why
okay,
I
that's a
come to these things.
difficult
Well, most
parent to
parents
talk
or
with.
guardians want to be involved in our students' lives. Maybe we should find a different representative from Griffinstone to be Gallus's
Oh.
guardian.
Oh, that'd be great. If you find one, let me know!
I'm so confused. You're saying Silverstream is exuberant?
Yup.
And enthusiastic?
Yep.
Yep.
But aren't those the same? And are they good? I mean, you could be trying to tell me she's unfocused, but then you might just be explaining that you appreciate her high energy.
Nope. Yup. Maybe.
And Big Mac is having
Nuance
difficulty
here.
with
I just want to make sure I
communication.
understand exactly what you're saying. So what are you saying?
Cut away! Cut away! Get him off screen, and he should be
But
good.
he certainly doesn't need me trekking all the way to Ponyville.
Good, because you're
Gallus
no
does not
longer
seem.
Oh, well, fine with me.
Ah, that went very poorly.
happened.
Difficult
I'm not
parent-teacher
sure,
conference.
But we'll
Very
have
difficult.
one less conference to worry about next semester.
Yay?
I really appreciate your
My.
honesty, Big Mac, and you're right. Parents expect a lot of detailed communication when it comes to their kids. And if you aren't comfortable with that, Vice Headmare probably isn't the job for you.
Yeah, no.
Aw. Kudos to Big Mac for taking himself out of the running on that
I know
one.
why you wanted to see me, and you don't have to worry.
Oh, good.
It's thoughtful that you'd want to check in on me after my shocking confrontation with Grandpa Gruff, but never fear, I shall recover.
Trixie, that's not exactly what I wanted to talk to you about.
No.
Can't get into
No.
a shouting match with parents or
You
guardians.
definitely shouldn't.
For the
Yes.
final stage of the interview process, you'll each have to put together a field trip. And if you really do want the job, I need yours to be exceptional. Because if I had to pick a Vice Headmare right now, it wouldn't be you.
Oh, I see
Ooh.
what you're doing.
No, you don't.
Obviously, you're not going to give the job to some pony else, but you want to see my best. Well, message received. Wink.
Trixie,
The great and powerful Trixie
Hey!
is about to pull
Good,
out.
good.
I
Catch
hope you're
Phyllis.
ready for the most exceptional
Phyllis will be able to
field
help you.
trip to ever grace this school.
And now I'm thinking red versus blue. Phyllis.
is it wrong for me to think she might actually pull it off?
Yes.
Don't answer that.
Okay. Oh.
Not looking forward to the performance?
I know Octavia loves music, but a field trip to a classical music performance isn't my idea of an exciting time.
Ah, and I'm suddenly reminded of being a young child in school and Peter and the Wolf. This is considerably better. She, okay.
Okay, I take it back.
When I heard
That
Radio
was
Rage
very
and field
pleasing.
trips, I knew right away I wanted to take you all to my
Oh,
lab.
I
I can think of no better trip than one through the quantum field. I am referring to time travel. I've been working on a temporal transportation device.
Chair.
And 3, 4, 5. Congratulations! You are now 5 seconds into the future. You see, we are all already time travelers.
I liked how they played with that to subvert my expectations.
Now what?
Oh, I hadn't actually thought that much beyond this.
Not the best science lecture.
Ponies and other students, welcome to the greatest and most powerful field trip of your lives!
Where are you
Where's
going?
no one and friends going? I am thrilled you asked, because today we're not doing a normal, old, boring field trip where you go somewhere.
So, not field trip.
Au contraire, I could have easily taken you
You're
to
going to
Frog
trip
Bottom
into a
Mall,
field?
But we don't need to leave the comfort of the classroom for our field trip. I can bring the field trip to us.
Okay, let's see. Ah! This is going to end poorly. Yeah.
Trixie, what did you do? Well, I found the perfect little patch of bog to teleport into the school.
Perfect, you say.
I didn't consider the possibility that a hive of flash bees might have nested there.
Ow. That was, shocking.
Who told you bees to nest in my patch of field trip bog?
Well, you were able to recover.
I'll handle this. I was only trying to give them an exceptional field trip experience, which you have to admit I did.
Well, it is exceptional.
Later.
I'm not sure that exceptionally good is what it is. Okay.
Starlight? Hey there. So, they're going? Yes. Nice teamwork, am I right?
Are you kidding? Moron. It isn't mine. This was a disaster. It was dangerous.
I think the words you're looking for are great and powerful. It wasn't
No.
even acceptable!
You went from not taking it seriously to blowing things so out of proportion you put every creature in danger. And I wanted to work with a friend so much, I ignored the fact that you would never be right for the job.
I'm confused. What are you saying?
I'm saying you'll never be vice head mayor.
But
Oh
I thought
my.
you created the position for me.
Why would you think that? I created the position because I need help. But I can't think of any way that you would ever help me.
Twilight's friends always helped her.
Oh, that's because Twilight's friends are competent. They care about what they're doing.
Oh!
And they know how to do it.
3 strikes.
Any more of your time, Headmare Starlight?
Ow. That did not go well.
Starlight? I just thought I'd check in to see how the search for a vice headmare was going.
So-so?
A lot better now.
Okay.
I really wanted it to be a friend, so I ended up pushing aside some pretty big signs that it wasn't gonna work out.
Red
Every
flags!
pony is right for every job.
Correct.
But every pony has something to contribute. The trick is figuring out what.
What if you and your friend can't figure it out?
If you have a job to do, you have to decide what's best and be upfront and honest, even if that means you can't work with a friend on it.
So, I guess that means talking to them at the beginning, instead of stringing them along until you get so frustrated you totally lose it and say a bunch of really awful things?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm really liking how Twilight's truly evolved into a celestial-like figure
I
in
know
this.
you're in there.
Well, you're wrong.
Oh.
I'm sorry for all those things I said. I just really wanted it to work out, even though I knew it probably wouldn't. I should have said something sooner.
Obviously, we can't have what we want, because I'm terrible at everything and could
Oh.
never help you with anything.
That is not
I'm
true.
terrible, and you have a lot of great qualities.
Just not the ones necessarily for a
qualities, but
for a head mare, exactly.
great and
That's head mare.
powerful friend qualities.
Yeah.
Well, you really stand by the ponies you care about.
True.
Alice even said no creatures ever stuck up for him the way you did with Grandpa Gruff.
True that.
It would have been nice to run the school together, but not every pony is right for every job.
I know how you take your responsibilities seriously.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe I should have known I wasn't exactly a perfect fit.
If it makes you feel any better, no pony was.
What do you mean?
Well, Dr. Hooves has decided to go back to his experiments, and Octavia is worried the responsibilities of vice head mare will take too much time away from her music.
Oh.
Maybe getting a vice head mare was a bad idea.
No.
Starlight, obviously you'd like some help, and hiring a vice head mare is a great idea.
But who could it be?
Well, you need some pony who's responsible like you, and detail-oriented like Twilight, and smart, obviously. It is a school, after all.
It would be nice if I got along with them, since having it be a friend...
Oh, I think I see where this is going.
Maybe it can.
And I knew as
Exactly.
soon as I read Trixie's scroll that it was the exact right thing for me to do.
But what about being Flurry Heart's Crystaller?
Yeah.
Well, honestly, now that Flurry Heart's a little older, there really isn't much for me
She's
to do
gotten a
outside
little
the
older.
occasional tradition or festival. And working at a school is what I always thought I'd do. I mean,
He would be great for this.
Are you kidding? You're hired!
I had a feeling this would work out.
Oh, Trixie, thank you
Yeah.
so much.
Aw.
Between being insightful when I want to be, and giving good advice when I don't mean to, I suppose I can be a pretty good friend.
Yes.
More than
Yes,
that,
indeed.
actually. You really
A
did
great
give
and
good
powerful
advice.
friend.
And you helped me talk through the problem of finding the right pony for the job. And we know you care about the students.
Trixie, the great and powerful advice giver, problem talk thrower, and student care about.
I think she might wind up as the
Friend is perfect.
new
But
student counselor.
there's a position here at the school you might be right for too. What would you say to being the School of Friendship's new student counselor?
Lovely.
I'd say this office needs a bit of redecorating. I can't scream desperation.
It is no rescue Phyllis. She does not belong in the trash. Well, that was delightful. Nice to see the transition for the school. Liked seeing more of Octavia and more of Dr. Who's. Oh my. The whole process of, looking for the person, and I liked how they were pointing out that not everybody was, it's like everybody had strengths for those jobs and not everybody had all the strengths they needed. And the candidate who was best, Octavia, from that initial round of interviews, not entirely sure she wanted it. That was an excellent resolution, and the conflict felt real. All the ponies were very much in character. It was delightful. And again, just more of that transition, more of things changing, moving forward, a feeling of wrapping up the season, which it is coming to an end fairly quickly. Alas, last season of My Little Pony. But until next time, as always, kindly remember, my gentle viewers, y'all are awesome. Stay awesome.